How do you set up a lighting console for your church using the Gig Hog? For a lot of teams, lighting feels intimidating, especially if your operators are mostly volunteers. But here's the thing. With the Gig Hog and Hog PC, you can build a system that looks professional and is easy to run on a Sunday. In this video, I'll show you a step-by-step how to set up the console, patch fixtures, create queues, so your team can walk in with confidence and focus on worship, not on fighting with the gear. Let's start with the basics. The Gig Hog connects directly to your laptop via USB and works as a physical controller for Hog PC. That means you get real faders, buttons, and encoders, while the software does the heavy lifting. No extra drivers, no complicated setup, it just works. Now let's set up a show file. Inside of Hog PC, we'll select New Show. Keep the name simple. Name it something like Sunday Service. This is your base project and keeps things consistent week to week. Volunteers don't need to guess. They just open the same file every time. Once you do that, the console will start up. All right, now that Hog PC is open up, let's patch some fixtures. You'll select the Hog button, go to Fixtures, Add Fixtures, and then we can search for the fixtures we're going to add in. To start, let's add in a couple of ETC color source pars. I'll type in color source par, and I'll go with the deep blue 5-channel. I'll add about 7 of those, hit enter, and then apply. And as you can see, those came in right to my fixtures. And then you'll add in whatever else you need. Now for channel naming, you can do this however you want. You might want to number them based on what they're doing, based on the fixture type. It's up to you. Patch is what's important. So to do this, we'll select all of our fixtures, 1 through 7. Nope. And we'll say at. On the fixture patch window, it'll tell you what channel is next available. Since we're still in our first universe, and obviously these are our first fixtures, we'll just say 1. And it'll automatically populate those, each with 5 channels of DMX that we need to control them. Now that we have some fixtures patched, we're going to start taking a look at actual control. If you don't have any fixtures connected yet, no problem. We're using Capture here, a visualizer that lets you see your lighting virtually. This is a game changer for training and programming during the week without needing access to the auditorium. All right, now this is where everything's going to start to feel really volunteer friendly. We're going to create groups for band, vocals, stage wash, then add palettes for color, intensity, position, and beam. And instead of scrolling through channels, this will let your volunteers just tap a labeled button and be done. One of the things that I love about the Hog family is that they can generate some of these for you right from the fixture window. These won't give you everything you need, but they are an excellent way to control fixture types and get a solid start. And it's as easy as coming over, selecting auto palettes, and hit generate. Once we close out of our fixture window, we can select palettes, and there they are. Now, I'm going to do some work in the back and come back, and we'll keep moving. All right, with groups and palettes ready, we're going to record some cues. Think of these as snapshots of your looks, one for worship, one for prayer, entrance and exits to the service, one for announcements, whatever else you might have. Volunteers won't have to create anything new. They'll just follow the cues in order. All right, now back in Hog PC, I've added in fixtures to fill out our rig. I've added in some groups for the different things they do and added a few position palettes for some of our movers. You'll see what's going on in Capture as I do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is select my group that has all of my downlights. I'll use my intensity encoder wheel to bring them up. and I'll select a color for them. That color is a bit intense, so I'll select the color button on the console and use my saturation encoder to suck some of that color out and make it a little better. Bring down my intensity since this is just an entrance look. And now to record, I'll hit the list button twice to bring up my cue list directory. And then I'll simply hit record, select my list, hit enter. Now we can keep going. Also in the programmer window, we have a snapshot of what's happening, what we're controlling, and what's going on, in case you don't have capture or just like seeing what's happening from a numeric standpoint. Next thing I'll do is select that same group, raise the intensity a little bit, grab my front light, bring that up as people take the stage. And again, we'll record that to the list. Now, in order to get to playback, it's very simple. I'll just say list 1, move, and select the choose button on the relevant encoder. We'll bring that up to full after I hit clear. Now, after I hit clear, I have full control over it, and all I have to do is press go, and I'm able to go through my cues. And that's how you set up a lighting console for your church using the ETC Hog, Hog PC, and Capture. If this helped you, hit like and subscribe for more church lighting and production tips. And if you want help designing a system for your church, we'd love to talk. The links are in the description.